Hey, Steve Zook, welcome back to Poke Suit Channel and the Guitar Lover System. Hey, I'm one of the only dealers that actually buys the Lower Archtops up front. I get to know them, I play them, I make sure that I'm excited that I own them for a while before I pass them on. That's really rare. And I'm not kidding when I say a guitar is a great one or one of the best ones or the best one I've ever had. I'm not joking around. I just recently sold a 700, actually a couple of them, and one of the ones I sold I really feel was the best sounding one I've ever had, and this guitar here is kind of in the same category, except for it's a 650 and has a little bit different voice. It can get that kind of Johnny Smith, Gibson, vintage Johnny Smith tone, and more actually. And unplugged, it just has such a beautiful voice with a woody reverb. It's a little bit different kind of a sound than the 700, but I mean, I think this guitar, the list is somewhere around $18.79. I can do this one for $12.99, and it just sounds incredible. I'm going to send out a mailer on this one to about 3,200 of my past customers and studio owners and collectors and players, because the 650s are just an incredible value for an all solid hand carved archtop guitar, and this one just sounds unbelievable. I really do think it's the best sounding one I've ever had. Now, I've barely played today, so I'm not going to try to impress you with playing. I just want you to hear this. Okay. It just has that again, I'm not trying to impress you with my playing. I'm cold as ice right now, but I just want you to hear this. Hear that? The kind of phrase opens up. You can hear it like it has that what I call that bloom. Like I said, I'm not very warmed up. Now this was set up with 12, so I might need to raise up the action just slightly on the E string or put a 12 on there. But like I said, I'm going to send this out to some people. But you can hear that bloom. Hear that tone. Plugged in, it just sounds unbelievable. It sounds like an $8,000 guitar. So this, and it's got some really cool looking flame on the back. This is a lot. I'll do it for $12.99. This is going to be a lot of guitar for somebody. And this is unplugged. To me, it kind of sounds like it's plugged in. I apologize for the sloppy video, I just don't have a lot of time to warm up. But you hear that reverb. It's not just the I was trying to think how to describe this guitar in comparison to the 700 I just sold. That was the best one I've ever had. It was hard to let go of. It's a different sound. This one might not be quite as wet, but it still has the bloom and the woody reverb, and it's got maybe just a slight more articulation in the mid. You know, it's really hard to compare. It's like comparing people. You know, everybody has a unique quality to them. You know, but this is gonna really sound crazy. But this guitar wants to be with the 700 I just sold. I know that sounds nuts, but I think it's because it's probably the best sounding 650 I've ever had. You know, and it just wants to be with its brother. Just has a wonderful woody reverb. So this is a short. Even just there playing quietly, you can hear that reverb. Now I'm barely putting anything into the pick. I'm not like. Here it's quiet. A little louder. Louder. And full weight. Anyway, this is an incredible guitar. I know it's a little dusty right now. It needs to be cleaned off, but I mean, it just... And it's really neat, too, because that's why a lot of people are buying lures from me right now. I just got in a really beautiful 350 because, you know, I go over them, I play them, I make sure I love them. And the carvers just keep getting better and better. But they spent a lot of time voicing this one. And my suspicions are, I think maybe the wood might have kind of naturally dried a little bit more than some other pieces. This is just an unbelievable sounding 650. It really sounds like it's going through an amp. I mean, you can hear that blue kind of... So anyway, I might just get this just slightly closer for a second, but I think you guys can hear this. Hear the way the sound just boo. Yeah, this guitar for, you know, I'll do it for $12.99. I think list is around $18.79. This guitar is just tremendous value, and I really do believe it's the best 650 I've ever had because it sounds a lot like it's plugged in when you play it. It just not just the volume, but the voice and the tone and the way it kind of has a holographic bloom. It's just, you know, once you hear it, you just have to, boy, you want to marry it. You know what I mean? Anyway, hopefully you could hear that. Anyway, I got to get to some other stuff. If I sent you cycle 1, try it. See, the sound just kind of like envelops or kind of blooms. It's just incredible. Anyway, this will be gone soon. This and this, I've had a lot of you guys out there who bought in 700s from me, and you've expressed an interest in a guitar like this as well, so that you get to pick up in the cutaway and can get that high end, you know, L5 Johnny Smith type tone. But this is a real musical instrument, and for $12.99, it's an absolutely off the chart value. It's incredible. You can play it even, like I said, soft or medium, and still hear that great. Anyway, I can play this all day. And here's the great thing about this guitar. It hasn't even opened up yet. I really don't think it's been played more than maybe a couple hours, maybe a little more, but I've barely played this guitar. So after playing it for 10, 15, 20 hours, it's going to be a whole nother guitar. It's going to sound unbelievable. I'd love to hear it. Again, when you play soft, you can still hear the... And that's one of the things I've learned about a guitar, is that some guitars you have to put a lot of power into playing them, and that's fine. It teaches you about playing with weight. But when a guitar like this sounds great, even soft and medium picking, you know, soft and medium weight, that's a really good sign. Hear that? Hard to get this sound out of your head. That's kind of a Martino lick. Maybe it's my own lick, but diminished arpeggio, a little chromaticizing, a little augmented splash with that. Yeah, it's just getting a little poppy sound on the high E. I think you put a 12 on there. It's going to be fine. Or just raise it up a little bit, because these are set up with 11. So, and it plays great right now. Like I said, just you might need to put a 12 on the high E, or just raise it at the original. But anyway, I've been kind of ignoring selling this, to be honest with you. I've just enjoyed it, having it around so much, but I barely have time to play it. But boy, this guitar with the guitar ladder system would really be a formula for some real growth. Anyway, this is available. I'm going to send out 3,200 emails today on it. If you're interested, get back with me as soon as possible, because this one really has a sound. It's not bullshit. Hear that? Right there, you could really hear it. Hear that? Right there. That's some bloom, man. Listen to that. That's like an $8,500 tone. Anyway, I rest my case. I'm really going to miss this guitar. I'm hoping it goes to one of my other customers, because it's very dear to my heart. It's the brother of the 700 I just sold. I'm not even kidding about that. This guitar wants to be with its brother. I know that sounds really silly, but that's the vibe I'm getting. All right, folks, take care. All right, bye-bye.